Welcome back. And as countries around the world struggle to control the spread of this coronavirus, researchers are rushing to develop a successful vaccine, as we've been discussing. But as much of our country remains under these stay-at-home orders, other countries have managed to control the virus enough to start to reemerge. One thing they all seem to have in common is extensive testing. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, has that story.
Scientists have warned time and time again that this coronavirus hollowing out world capitals can't be defeated without a vaccine. But several nations have proven it can be tamed. Germany is already opening again, but it only came after months of countermeasures. Germany, with a large population, a quarter of the U.S., found a three-part formula to choke off the virus. And it's not very complicated. Honesty, testing, and isolating the sick. While President Trump downplayed the virus as just a nasty cold in the early weeks.
It's a little like the regular flu that we have flu shots for.
Chancellor Angela Merkel took the exact opposite approach, leveling with Germans in March that 70% of them could become infected. Germany began testing extensively. By now, it's tested twice as many people per capita as the United States. And that wasn't rocket science either. The tests aren't complicated to make, and they've been available internationally for a while. In early March, I visited a lab in Germany. A company called QIAGEN was making testing machines.
This will tell you if they have the coronavirus, if they don't have the coronavirus, and what they probably do have, what they really have.
And it will tell you that in just 1 hour.
There were hundreds of these testing machines already in the United States at the time. But they didn't get approval from the FDA to turn them on until nearly a month after my visit. Germany didn't lose that critical time. And now, Germany is delivering care directly to people who need it, so they can stay isolated. It's a program called the Corona Taxi, but really, it's just old-fashioned house calls. And it's not just Germany. South Korea and the United States had their first confirmed COVID cases on the same day in January. Yet by March 8th, South Korea had done 700 times more tests per capita than the United States, which only recently caught up. And South Korea has been doing aggressive contact tracing using mobile phones and making the data available so people know where the hotspots are.
Right now, across the street, there would be a store that the patient had visited on April 4th.
The United States these days reports tens of thousands of new virus cases a day. South Korea today reported 8. Dr. Erwin Redliner is the director of Columbia University's Center of Disaster Preparedness and an NBC analyst.
When you look at how the United States has rallied in times of national crisis, during World War II, when all the factories were converted into making war machines, what happened this time? We seem to have been unable to rise to this challenge on a government level.
Yeah, well, without being too political about this, what happened was Donald Trump. We had a president come into office that made a habit of misrepresenting facts in reality. So what the public got and what governors and mayors got was a very disorganized series of untruths, misstatements, and so on that created a tremendous amount of confusion.
There isn't a secret plan for taming COVID-19. It's obvious. Be honest, test, isolate the sick and vulnerable, and do it without vacillating or theater. Some countries have done it. The U.S. has not.